Welcome, listeners, to Sir LENZO'S Memoirs. I'm wishing this opportunity to congratulate my daddy, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on winning the presidential election for 2023 in Nigeria. Let it be documented in history that he did win it. Now, there's no gloating to anything I do, but I did on the 27th of February, on my episode of Sir LENZO'S Memoirs, did say that he was going to win. But then, well, I'm only thanking God. It's a glorious day. He's finally been announced. But the social media space has been agog with, a lot of comments. And these comments are really, as far as I'm concerned, belittling. They are belittling, to Nigeria and Nigerians. And why I say that is this. There are comments like, may your suffering continue. Is this how we will continue to suffer? Everything, suffer, suffer, suffer. It's like an anthem on the lips of the Nigerian youths. I have spoken about this, but this is actually, the right time, as far as I'm concerned, to really put it to bed. I always say it on my memoirs, I say it on my parliament, that Nigeria is a great nation. We are only going to grow greater. Now, to the Nigerian youths and the so-called suffering they are suffering, please be aware. Be very aware. Open your minds. Open your eyes. Look around you. See the enjoyment you are always in. You're lavish. Now, this was a social media election. It was social media election, yes. The social media sphere went to war with the streets. You see, the street is where real humans stay. Not all these paparazzis on social media, everybody living one kind of Davida local life. It's in the lyrics. Davido sang it. All this you see is not who he is. They put on pancakes and they start to talk of what is good and what is right. You will see all those verified stars saying they are suffering. How can you be showing your opulence and still be saying you are suffering? When you now tell them, but you are looking good, why are you saying they are suffering? They start to say it is Nigerians that are suffering. So they are not Nigerians when it comes to suffer. They have delegated suffering to the rest of us. Why they are stars are in the know. They got there by their own making. Meanwhile, they are the stars that we patronize. And they start to tell us we are the ones suffering. The youth should wake up, open your eyes. I was seated day before yesterday. And one young man came in to Pierre's place. And I asked, what do you think about the elections? He said, what is his business with government? That government has not given him work. I was like, is that how it works? Government has not given you work. As in, are you trying to tell me that when you were born, they put a stamp of a job you were supposed to do was supposed to be given to you by government on your head? I was asking the young man, he kept quiet. I said, you keep on saying government did not give you any work. What work are you doing? He said he's actually assisting at a restaurant. I said, what is not the problem with that? He said he has been in Lagos for 5 years. And I said that you should ask yourself when you have been, he's from Benue. You have been in Lagos for 5 years and you are not making it. Then you should ask yourself why. Because some people have been in Lagos for less than that and they are making good money. And I now went on to explain to the young man that it is your own doings. It is not by government. Government is only there to guide and make sure that nobody that is bigger than you can come and slap you. The laws are there to guide. Government does not give you the life. You are the ones to make something of your own life. Every Nigerian youth that hears this and anybody that hears this that feels are making sense, that know it to be true, should please help me share. Let's stop lying to ourselves. We, Nigeria, Africa, is the land of milk and honey. We have everything. They have always prayed, that we keep on, fighting ourselves. They have put things on your lips. They removed PDP government. They removed history from our curriculum. They are now creating bots. They will just start telling you things, using words, useless words. They will say the people that wanted to vote for Obi, what do you mean? Do you know the inside, the spirit of any man? They are just confusing you and telling you you are suffering. Suffering what? Suffering what? If we that are not verified, we don't have verified handles, if we were truly suffering in Nigeria, what are they suffering with us with all their money for? P Square, what are they suffering in this same Nigeria with us for if Nigeria was so bad? Alex Okubo, what are we suffering that you are still here living in opulence telling us we are suffering? You do a film, we Nigerians are the ones that watch it. Lagos the most in anybody's data. But you are saying we are suffering. But remember this. When Buhari said they should bring money to the bank, none of you was among now. When they started counting the rich of Nigeria, none of the stars had money that was enough to take to the CBN. Who are these people that you are saying is suffering? Who are you insulting? People are living in peace, far and wide, in the north, in the south, in the southeast. You keep on saying they are suffering. Do we have light? No. But what is the process of us to have light is the Nigerian youth should ask himself. There are these nonsensical talks. They will say everybody is corrupt. I am not corrupt. Are you corrupt? You see, anything you say, you must ask yourself. Ask yourself pertinent questions. Because another young guy, that same day before yesterday, was telling me that Benin was better than Nigeria. There's too much suffering in Nigeria. Can you imagine that nonsense? I was not like, I said, so now if Benin was a haven, what are you now doing in Lagos? He now started skipping. And I told him, but I see you following a bus. He said he was walking, not too far from there. So you even have work. I said, so what are you now doing in Nigeria? If you say, you see, they keep on saying it. What is the meaning of the word you are saying? But let's really, really even check it, because I actually, I went into the dictionary to really Google Obatala to really check this suffering they are talking about. What is it about? Suffering, defined, the state of undergoing pain, distress, or hardship. Yes. Hardship is suffering. But what is the hardship Nigerians are really going through? I agree. Our NEPA is not good. That's electricity. But do you know how we got here? PDP in 2013 sold distribution to the discos. Have any one of you celebrities, yeyebrities, actually gone through that contract that you are saying you are taking your country back? They signed a slave contract. You see, PDP, American government behind them, signing slave. Where are all the HSBC, JP Morgan, all those their banks? Buhari has driven them out of Nigeria now. Do you really know what suffering is? Who are those fighting for you? You are in a country where your government is saying they should sell fuel for you at 195. The elites are selling it at 263.20. Instead of you to support the government that is fighting for you, you are saying you are suffering. How are you now suffering? You must know to stand on the side of rights. Let me let you into this story that happened yesterday evening. You see, where I was seated, one of these crooners is a PDP person and LP and obedient. Me, APC. Let me let you know the interactions. When Oga Akpan came, he just came to my face and said, see the government that I'm supporting. That soup, he just bought soup for 300 naira. And I laughed. And I said, sir, you have just bought that soup for 300 naira in Aja, in Lekki, one of the most expensive places in Nigeria. One of the most expensive places in Nigeria. Say, so if you go to the Akwa Ibom that you are from, I am sure that soup is going to be cheaper. You understand? He now entered. And I said, I was not telling my Ikobian LP guy. I said, do you know that this same Akwa Ibom is a landlord in this Lagos and is always increasing rent? He now called him back, the PDP person. He said, Umbo, someone just said you're a landlord and you're increasing rent. I said I was the one that said it. He was not like, in 3 years, he doesn't increase the rent of people that stay with him. And I went for that to say that, but when people pack out, do you collect the current rent? He said yes. He collects the rent that is trending. So if they are now collecting a certain amount, he too must collect the amount. That was when my LP guy, the Kobian, now told him that, so you want to be collecting the current rent, but you don't want to pay the current money for stew. When it reaches their turn, they start to turn it. They start to turn it. He's a landlord though. He is the same man that told in Lagos, so he's not from Lagos. So he said, I asked him because he's a supplier. I said, Oga, how business? He said, Lagos. He said, if sand supply no supply work no come, say tenants go pay. Soldier go, soldier come be Lagos. So you know Lagos to, Lagos to be that. And you are enjoying yourself. But when he now wants to lie, he will tell you he has not eaten tomorrow. Buhari is the problem. And I keep telling them, nobody feeds you now. Let the youth understand it is by the work of your hand that you will feed yourself. Nobody was there where your mother and your father were playing that thing. Don't just let them burn you and you start saying Nigeria is not your responsibility. Your hustle. You understand? That is why Bola Ahmed Tinubu keeps on saying it is to provide jobs. When they provide that job, you will hustle. For you to be better than the next man, you understand? You have to outdo the next man or be smarter than the next man. And it is not by lying and cheating. You must actually, you must take your rightful place in the country. If not that, you will know what hardship is. But whatever situation you are in. And I always keep telling people, and I'm just putting it down for history. Any year you are hearing it, when you go back, you will know that me, Sir Lenzo, I said it. It will only become more expensive in Lagos. Fashola said it before he left. Not everybody can live in Lagos. But even in Lagos, know where you are. Don't just put hardship on your mouth. Check your hustle and collect your money. Because when I finished with that boy from Benue, him himself agreed that in Lagos, there is no work you do. There is no work you do. If you do it well, you will make better money. Bola. They make money for Lagos. Our Lagos, Center of Excellence, me and one guy from Bauchi is there on Sir LENZO'S Parliament. Go and listen. If you are ready to hustle, there is nothing like suffering in Nigeria. And please, let us first of all understand this. We are the land of milk and honey. Our weather is fantastic. Hardship, na Igbo get. Na them get hardship because they have to buy very thick material during the cold. They have to pay more for light to keep heat during winter. You understand? That's why you are always hearing them of energy crisis. Our own. If light not day, we go still sleep sound. In fact, the light not day yesterday, the rain will fall. I slept well. I am always enjoying. In Nigeria, we are always enjoying. Yes, our light is not up to their own standard. I agree. But Siemens is working on it. But also remember, because this hardship, this suffering that Nigerian youths are always talking about, the pinch will just start to feel am now. We will just start to feel it now. This is when the egungun wants to start to dance. Let's have that understanding. Hardship, things are going to be harder. First and foremost, they are going to pull the plug. Buhari has stuck the feeding bottle in our mouths for long. Fuel, they are going to remove fuel subsidy. It's going in June. So prepare your mind down. The 260 that you are complaining that you are suffering now is just a tip of the iceberg. It will go to any price you meet it. But also remember at the back of your mind that we're in the decade of gas. So gas is an option. You will start choosing the option that favors you. Life is not free. Life is not free. If you feel things are too expensive for you, go back to your village. It will always be cheaper in your village. Let everybody know what it is. And don't let those stars that you are the ones making stars lie to you that you are suffering while they are enjoying. If they can get there in this Nigeria, if P Square can walk, sing, and buy land and build house in Banana Island, that means whatever work you are doing, if you collect your money and you hold it there, in this very same God's own country, you will build your house of your dreams. There's nothing like suffering. Because on the streets, person where they stay inside room where water dey, where you think say poor, no poor. You get house, we get bed. Now hustle, all of us just dey for Lagos. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.